Hello everyone, welcome to the today's session. So today we will discuss one topic on complex analysis, and this topic is the continuation of the last part. In last part we have discussed something about differentiability of a complex function. We have also given the idea of CR equation. So if somehow you miss that session, the link will be given in the description section. You please go and see that. So this is a continuation of that. So what we have done in the previous class, we have given you, so if I just give a brief recall, we have given you the idea of derivative of a complex function. Then we have given you what is CR equation in Cartesian form. That was ux equals to vy and uy equals to minus vx, and finally we have given the necessary condition of differentiability of a complex function. So in that condition we have seen that the model of that condition was if derivative exists at x naught y naught, that implies that CR equation will also be satisfied at x naught y naught. So that means we can say the converse part. That means if derivative exists at some point, then obviously CR equation will be satisfied at that point. So conversely, what we can say that if CR equation is not satisfying at some point, that implies it is not differentiable. So using this, you can say converse of this one or the implication of the theorem, you can solve many problems. Okay. So today's class, let me give some few examples first. So say the first example is that, say example number 1, fz equals to mod of z square. Now we check that the function is differentiable or not. We have to check that. So what we can say, so this means fz means u plus iv, this means mod of x plus iy, so that is root over x square plus y square whole square, so x square plus y square. So if I compare comparing what we get, the real part is u, so u equals to x square plus y square, and the imaginary part is v, but there is no imaginary part, so v will be 0. So now what is CR equation? Ux means partial derivative of u with respect to x, so it will be 2x, uy means 2y, v is 0, so vx will be 0, vy will be 0. So we got this part. Okay. Now what we can say for CR equation, ux equals to vy, so that will give you 2x equals to 0 and uy equals to minus vx, so that will give you 2y equals to 0, so x equals to 0, y equals to 0. That means when x equals to 0 and y equals to 0, then only this function satisfies these two equations, that is CR equation. So this function mod of z square is not satisfying CR equation for any non-zero point. So what we can conclude here? We can conclude that mod of z square is not differentiable at any non-zero point. Okay. Now looking this statement, so what we can say that at which point it is not differentiable. But from here carefully, if you see the statement, we have not told that mod of z square is differentiable at 0, 0. We have not told that. We have told at which point it is not differentiable. So, when we can say this, that is, what is the converse part of the theorem? So, if CR equation satisfies, does that always imply that the function will be differentiable? That is the next question. So, the converse of the theorem. In previous case, what we have done, if it is differentiable, then obviously CR equation. Now the converse, if I am getting a function which satisfies CR equation, does that imply that it will be differentiable also? So now the next theorem will give you the answer for that. So what is the next theorem? That is the sufficient condition for differentiability. Sufficient condition for differentiability. So let fz equals to u plus iv is defined in some epsilon neighborhood of x naught plus I y naught. Suppose the first order partial derivatives of u and v exists everywhere and continuous everywhere in epsilon neighborhood and continuous at x naught plus I y naught. Then if CR equation satisfies at x naught plus I y naught, then f dash z naught exists. So now I have written many things. So what is the basic idea of this statement? So let me give that. Without reading also you can understand that. So what I am giving, that say this is the two-dimensional plane, this is x and this is y. There is a point z naught, that is x naught plus I y naught. Okay. So let fz equals to u plus iv is defined in some epsilon neighborhood. Now what is the meaning of epsilon neighborhood? That means within around this point, if I make a circle whose radius is epsilon, that means epsilon neighborhood. So epsilon neighborhood means around this point we make a circle of radius epsilon. So what we have done? We have taken a point, we have drawn a circle. Then within this circle, if ux vx, that is the partial derivative, continuous, that is, now what we have got within this circle, if ux, uy, vx, vy continuous at x naught plus I y naught, that is at this point, and exist within epsilon circle or epsilon neighborhood, then if CR equation satisfies, then we can say the function is differentiable. So the basic idea is that the function, if we look for a single point z naught, it is not enough. We have to look the surrounding points also. So if in the surrounding point the function is continuous, the derivative of the function is continuous, and then it satisfies CR equation, then it will be differentiable at this point. So but normally, so you don't worry about this statement, hugely you don't be infected about this statement. The basic idea is that Normally when CR equation satisfies, we can say the function is differentiable. 99% example is like that. So whenever some differentiability, you have to check, you have to basically check the CR equation only, that is ux equals to Vy and uy equals to minus Vx. Okay. So now, if I just thoroughly remember what we have told, so we have told number 1, differentiability of a function. If I just recap this one. Number 2, CR equation. What is CR equation? Ux equals to Vy and uy equals to minus Vx. This is CR equation. Number 3, f dash z equals to ux plus I into Vx. So this formula was given in the previous presentation. Okay. So these 3 things are given to us. Now, so everybody, you see that we have given in terms of x and y, but also we know there is another form which is called polar form. So what is the polar form? So polar form means here z should be r into e power I theta. So z should not be x plus iy, z should be r into e power I theta. Now what is CR equation in polar form? In polar form, CR equation is ur equals to 1 by r v theta and vr equals to minus 1 by r u theta. This is the CR equation in polar form. Okay. So which is very important. And number 2, f dash z naught. So here we have got, so you can write z, f dash z, here we have got ux plus ivx, but in this case this is equals to e power minus I theta ur plus ivr. So you have to understand this difference of Cartesian form and polar form. So in Cartesian form, CR equation is ux equals to Vy, uy equals to minus Vx, whereas here ur equals to 1 by r v theta and vr equals to minus 1 by r u theta. The derivative expression is ux plus ivx in Cartesian form, but in polar form e to the power minus I theta ur plus ivr. So these 2 you have to remember throughout the complex analysis course. Now let me give some problem. Say show that fz equals to z minus z bar is not differentiable. So when this kind of problem will be there, what we have to do? Say not differentiable. So when you remember, when something related to differentiability question will be there, you have to check CR equation in the beginning. So what is the thing? What is given? fz equals to z minus z bar. Now we can understand z equals to x plus iy. So fz will be x plus iy minus z bar means x minus iy, right? Because z is x plus iy, so z bar should be x minus iy. So x will be cancelled, it will be 2iy and fz means u plus iv. So what is u? U will be 0 and v will be 2y. So u is 0 and v is 2y. Now what is ux? 0, uy 0, vx 0, vy 2. So now you see ux is not equals to vy. So CR equation not satisfied at any point, because 0 will never be equals to 2, whatever may be the point. So CR equation will not satisfied at any point. So this function is not differentiable at any point. Okay, let me give another example quickly. The same problem but a different example, e to the power x into e to the power minus iy. So this is also not differentiable. Okay, so here fz equals to e to the power x into e to the power minus iy. So it is given in xy form. So this is e to the power x, this is cos y minus I sin y, because we know e to the power I theta is cos theta plus I sin theta. Okay, so if I compare, it should be e to the power x cos y minus e to the power x sin y, and this is u plus iv. So if I compare, u should be e to the power x cos y and v should be minus e to the power x sin y. Now, so what is ux? Ux is e power x cos y, uy should be minus e power x sin y, vx should be minus e power x sin y, vy should be minus e power x cos y. Now you see ux is not equals to vy. So here also CR equation not satisfied. See, as one of the equation is not satisfied, so CR equation is not satisfied, hence this function is not differentiable at any point. Understand? Now the last problem which you may try, then you can understand this lesson properly. So show that the function fz equals to x cube plus 1 minus y whole cube into I satisfies CR equation only at I. So what is the hint for the problem? You find u, find v, calculate ux, uy, vx, vy, then you check ux equals to vy, uy equals to minus vx or not, and if this is equal to which point. So you try this, otherwise in the next description we will give the solution of this one. Thank you very much for watching this. This topic is not very easy. So what is in your mind? If you want to read complex analysis, you please study CR equation all the time. Okay? Thank you very much.